Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In case if you're new here, my name is Dave. May the Schwartz be with you. And did you know it's a great day to wear a watch? Today I'm wearing the Guanchin, which is an homage of the long jeans master chronograph date, triple date thing. I don't know, long name. You can check out the review of this watch if you haven't seen it yet. I highly recommend you go scope it out. It's a really cool watch, and I haven't worn this in about over a month, so I definitely wanted to get some wrist time with it today. Now, the video that we're going to be going over is actually a review of what I call the BRIGADA Bronze Watch. I don't know the actual model name of it, but I picked this watch up sometime in about a month or two back. I recorded all of the footage and I was going to do the review, and I just got sidetracked and doing some other things, but I ended up selling the watch and I took a little bit of a loss on it. So I almost broke even, but basically I just wanted to give you my thoughts and opinions on this watch. If you are interested and want to pick one up, of course, I'll put a link down below in the description for you, so check that out. To my Schwartz Force, thanks again for the support and showing up. So without further ado, let's get into it. Saw this watch on Amazon. It's 40 bucks, so I just wanted to show you and do a quick review on it, and we'll go over the good, the bad, and the ugly, and then you can give me your thoughts down in the comments below. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get it open, and then the watch is just sitting on this pillow. Got a little branding there as well, and there is a polishing cloth, and it has this little booklet here on the side. So it's cool. It just kind of goes over all the different watches that they offer, and then let's take a look at this watch. Now, one of the things that drove me towards this watch is being that it has a bronze case in the description. I was thinking, hey, that's cool. You know, I know with bronze watches, they develop a patina over time and you can kind of accelerate that with different methods. So I was like, you know, let me check it out. I wasn't a real big fan of the dial design, but I figured this was going to be lume, and then, you know, it probably looks good at night. I couldn't tell if this bezel would rotate or not. But first, let's start with our case dimensions. It is a little bit larger. We're looking at a case diameter of 44 millimeters with this crown at the 4 o'clock position, puts it at 45.5. Lug to lug height is coming in right at 50 millimeters, 51 millimeters, just under. And then is a quartz movement, so we got a little bit thinner of a case here, just under 11 millimeters thick. The color of this watch is a bronze, kind of more of a copper, light copper color. It's actually a pretty cool looking watch in terms of the case. I like that we have a brushed finish here. The bezel, unfortunately, is fixed. It does not rotate, so kind of a bummer there, because when I looked at the pictures, I thought for sure this was going to be a rotating bezel, but it is not. And then the crown does not screw down, and it actually has a little bit of a different look since it is polished. Let me get up close there. So it's brushed on the top of it, and then we have polished sides on that coin edge. The back of the case is polished, but the rest of it is brushed. You know, I'm not a big fan of this green color that they selected as far as the indices, and then on the bezel itself. It just, in my opinion, it clashes. I thought it was going to be lume, like glow in the dark, so I figured, well, okay, whatever. At night it'll look really cool and light up. Unfortunately, there is no lume on this watch. It is a hard mineral crystal, but you are getting no luminescence. So for me, that's a problem because I don't like the green color just on its own. And then if it doesn't even glow at night or in the dark, it's kind of pointless in my opinion. I do like this leather strap. It's kind of like already distressed. You can see the cracking that it has there. And then we get some contrast stitching with this actually pretty nice stitch color. The buckle, you know, just a tang buckle here, it flares out a little bit. Kind of reminds me like Panerai-esque, the way that the shape is. And then we see a little BRIGADA logo that they have etched into there. It is the stainless steel case back. We get 50 meters of water resistance. It says here Japanese quartz movement and all stainless steel case. This will not patina. This is just a coating over the stainless steel, so it will not actually tarnish or change color or anything over time, from my understanding of how these watches work when they're coated like this. If I'm incorrect, let me know in the comments down below, but I'm pretty sure that this watch is going to stay this color, unless of course it scratches and or wears off and starts to be removed, at which point you would see the stainless steel coming through. Let me go ahead and give you a wrist shot. Now again, I have a 7-inch wrist, so it fits really well. But we got to address the elephant in the room, which is the dial. Now, if you like the look of this dial, then I say go for it. I like that the hands are also bronze colored, but again, kind of pointless to have this lume appearance if it doesn't actually glow in the dark. The dial face kind of reminds me of like the striation, the Wiedmannsstatten pattern that you get with meteorite, and that's what kind of drew me to this watch at first. Is I figured, hey, you know, I like the look of it. It reminds me of my meteorite rings, and so I was kind of thinking, oh, I could tie that in, but unfortunately, it looks cheap in person. So when you look at a picture online versus in person, it almost just looks like a piece of paper that is printed out and they've applied indices. Now, I will give them that it is a little bit better in that these are applied indices, so they are raised up slightly and you get a little bit of pop of the copper bronze color around them. That's really nice. No date on this window, so it's just very symmetrical and clean looking. One thing that I'm not a fan of is how it just says Japan Quartz there above 6 o'clock. Kind of strange because you almost don't see it. It could have just left that out. But I like that we get these little white pips all along the outer edge, and then along the Rayhot we have the minute indices as well. And that goes in increments of 5 all the way around. It does have some good and some bad, but there's enough bad to where I do not plan on keeping this watch, so it's not going to stay in my collection. But for 40 bucks, I don't think it's a terrible watch. You know, this isn't something that you normally would see as far as a bronze cased watch in this price point. So the fact that you can get one that looks like it for 40 bucks is pretty cool. You know, I just wish there was more, better dial or other options as far as dial. If this had just a different solid, you know, solid colored dial face, I think it would look nicer. And then if we went with a different color instead of the green, I think this watch would be actually kind of nice. Okay guys, just want to do a quick video letting you know what my experience was with this Brigada watch. You know, I feel like it misses the mark on a couple different areas, and for that reason, I cannot keep this in my collection, but let me know what you think. As always, thank you for checking out my video. If you have not joined the Schwartz Force yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and I will look forward to seeing you guys at the next one. As always, may the Schwartz be with you. Take care.